What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KTA yet again today. Not because it gets me the most views. In fact, KTA videos get me some of the least views. We're in the bear market. Even in the bull market, we don't care about views. We care about what's relevant. We care about what's going to make us money. I care about what's going to make you guys money. And this thing is a gosh darn money maker, I think, man. I really do think. It might be hard to see. She's a sleeper, okay? But, you look at her here on a daily time frame, and it doesn't look like a moneymaker, does it? This thing's down a whole lot. We're going to get into it. We're going to do the TA in a second, but just trust when I tell you this is something that we expect will grow to very exceptional amounts in dollars over the next 3 years or so. And over the next year, maybe it's kind of still stagnant with everything else. I assume in a year from now we're going to be up a lot higher than we are here. But whenever we're talking about multi-dollar prices, even above $10 in price, that is probably years plural away, at least over a year away. Let's zoom back in. Let's get into the short term stuff. Okay. Yesterday I made a video down here at these low ends saying it's time to buy. It's time to buy. And roughly immediately thereafter, we moved up, and then we moved down to a lower low, and now here we are. Right. I still am expecting, I'm anticipating that we go lower, and the reason why is because of the reaction that we have here. Okay. It's still a great time to buy. By the way, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. 11.3 cents, phenomenal time to buy. You're not going to kick yourself in the pants. If this was meant to be a short-term thing, okay, maybe you kick yourself in the pants. But if it's a long-term thing, you're buying here, you're putting in your $10, your $10,000, your whatever it is, your $10 million, whatever it is at these levels. If you're putting in 10 million, you should probably space it out, right? DCA. Same thing even with like 10,000, but like if it's 1,000 or less, you could probably full clip it. It won't have much of an impact on the price. If you're doing that here, it doesn't matter what this does, because in the long term you're going to reap the rewards, seriously. But we probably do move down. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We do have a gap here. We have another gap here. We even have a gap down here, okay? All below 10.5 cents. So here we are at 11.3 cents. I would assume we at least go there. But then we look at this a little bit more thoroughly, and you see that right now you're finding resistance at prior support. At prior support back here, you're finding resistance there. Assuming that we move down and we found resistance at prior support, we're probably going to see a lower low. That would be my estimation. And then again, we look at KTA here. Actually, I don't need to do that. It's already, should be, yeah, right here. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I thought that was TBBB. I was like, did it move up or did it move down? Okay, there we go. Anyways, KTA, with its all-time history, its true all-time history, this chart does not have the all-time history, okay? But this chart does. The lows of this area are 9.7 cents. And here's my point of attack, okay? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I want to do, okay? 9.7 cents. Let's just do it on this chart, actually, because this is actually right there where the low is. 9.4 cents. I'm going to start to DCA into KTA. Let's say I've got the money that I want to invest in this thing. Okay, I've got my 10 apples that I want to put into this thing. I'm going to put in one. I'm just going to put in a portion of what I want to buy here, okay? If we go lower than this low, and I expect that we are going to go lower than this low. If we bounce and we happen to go higher than this high, I will put it in here and then wait for another pullback. Every time we go lower than the last price that I bought, I'm going to DCA in to KTA. Okay? But there's a couple of exceptions to that rule. All right? If it just depends on how the price action looks, but if I get the assumption that we're going to break out of this, I'm going to hold off on investing more. If I feel like we're going to go below this, or I do see that we go below this, I'm going to hold off on investing more KTA until we get somewhere that's more suitable, which unfortunately would be a little bit lower than 9.4 cents. It might be all the way down at 4.3 cents, 2.7 cents, somewhere in this range, okay? This little knot here might be the area that we actually find our bear market low. It's hard to say. And if you're thinking, man, that's too risky for me, that's fine. That's okay. You don't have to buy. It is risky. It could go lower. It absolutely can. But let's just see here. From a high to the low that it's achieved already thus far, it's a 93% drop. If it does go a little bit lower down to the low end of this consolidation phase here, 99.4 cents, that's a 94% drop. That's a pretty average drop from high to low for the average crypto in their first bear market. You've been dropping now since June of 2025. It's July of 2026. You're probably going to keep dropping going into the next month. It just makes sense that we're probably at the end of this bear market. So my expectation, again, it depends on a few things. Things can change. My expectation is I'm going to load up everything that I want to load up somewhere down here, somewhere down in this range between, let's say, 12 cents and 9 cents. That's the expectation. But if I get a whiff that we're going to break through this line and it's sustained, that we might actually go down to 4 cents or around there or even lower, I'm going to hold off on buying. I will make a post on x.com every time I make a purchase of KTA. I will talk about it here on YouTube. I'll make a video every time I make a purchase on KTA. These purchases are not for sale. These purchases are multi-year long-term holds that will not be sold. I won't even think about selling at the very least until we're at new all-time highs. And from the current price, actually from, let's say, the low, because we're probably going to go lower, that'll probably be my first DCA, ideally, that'd be a 16 to 17x, okay? From the current price, that's about a 15x, just to get to new all-time highs. Let alone if it goes where I actually think it's going to go, which from a high here to a low here, it's probably going to go lower at some point. That would take us, anywhere from 356, which is a 32x from the current price, to the golden ratio right there just below $10, which is an 82x from the current price. And I assume that we're going to break through that. I assume that we are going to go higher. We'll probably see something, if I had to guess, something between $19 to $147, which is crazy, I know. I mean, here I think this is over a $100 billion market cap, so I'm not really relying on this so much. I'm not counting on this. But here, this one, I think that's closer to a, what would that be? What's the market cap now? Yeah, that'd be closer to a $30 billion market cap. I could see it happening. I could definitely see a $30 billion market cap happening. This here would be, I guess that would be under 100 billion. Maybe this is more likely than I thought. Okay, still, whatever. This range is possible. $147, as crazy as it sounds, to $19.46, as crazy as it sounds. Which, at a minimum, and this is kind of what I'm expecting for the next bull market, that would be 170x. Let alone to like 135, or sorry, that's a 1,346x. But anything and everything in between goes as well. Maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe we don't go that high. Perhaps we only see new all-time highs and we stop at this primary target zone. We don't get the 100x. Whatever. It's not a big deal. My whole point being that whatever I'm buying here, which is not going to be a significant part of my portfolio, maybe it can grow into a significant part of my portfolio, but I'm planning on spending maybe around 5 to 10% of, maybe not quite 10%, but probably around 5% of my net worth and putting it in this thing. And then we'll see how it does. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's just what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll put in more, maybe I'll put in less. But anyways, I'm expecting good things. I think good things are coming. KTA, you're probably going to drop lower, give us better opportunities to get in. People are just taking this opportunity to buy. We're finding resistance at prior support. The bear market finale for Bitcoin's about to come underway. We like to get swept away with that as well. Things do look bearish on this chart overall for what it's worth. I'm eager to buy. I'm just not buying here, okay? I will buy. I will absolutely buy at higher prices even if I see us. That's the beautiful thing here, man. We're at 11.3 cents. I would happily buy at 14 to 13 cents. We could rip all the way up to 18 cents, pull back to this point of resistance here, this prior area of support. I'll buy here happily. I will buy happily like 30% higher. We're at I don't care if we're at 30 cents, man. This thing is phenomenal opportunity to buy. Did I tell you that it's probably going to go above $10? I don't care if we buy at 30 cents. It's phenomenal opportunity, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just my thoughts. Anyways, daily time frame, bouncing off the oversold zone. You still look weak overall. I don't know. You're choppy and sideways. The indicators aren't going to help us too much. I said what I said. I meant what I said. I think we're going to go a little bit lower. Take care. Bye-bye. And again, this low, just so we're all on the same page, I think this low area is going to last for about, it's not going to be short. It's not going to be a short thing. Maybe right around the exact lows, maybe within 20% of those exact lows, maybe that will be short. But this under 20 cent area, this even under like 15-cent area, it's probably going to last months. So there's time. There's time. Don't sleep on it, but there's time. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.